Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm John. I'm here for a new live stream where I'll be speaking about the latest AC Milan news. Today's news are pretty much headlined by Suso's very close contract renewal. Of course, we spoke about this a lot in recent weeks, especially at the beginning of the transfer window, and even before that, in the late days of December, where we obviously spoke about contract renewals. We're speaking about the renewal to Bonaventura, the one to Suso, and obviously Donnarumma amongst other players. And while Bonaventura's contract renewal came, Suso never really arrived, and many people were actually asking themselves some questions. When is Suso going to get his contract renewal? When is the current ownership going to give it to him? Or will he have to wait until the Chinese ownership takes over? Well, these reports are just coming in from Sky today, and they said that Suso will be renewing his contract with Milan until 2021. So that will be a 4-year contract for Suso, and I think he obviously deserves it. The player he's been possibly one of the better players at Milan this season. He's provided lots of goals, lots of assists, you name it. The guy has pretty much done everything for the club, so he definitely deserves this contract renewal. He will also be earning 2.5 million euros per season, which is pretty deserved. If you ask me, I think that's the least Milan should be giving him. The main question right now is, when will he be getting this contract renewal? Will it be in just a few days, or will it be after the Chinese actually do take over the club in about 2 weeks' time? My personal guess is that this will all be taking place in just about 2-3 weeks' time, when the Chinese do settle in the club. They take over in the ownership, and they are pretty much free to do whatever they want. But the important thing is that Suso will be getting his contract renewal, like I said before, fully deserved, and I'm very, very happy that finally Milan is considering him to be one of the players that could stay at the club a very, very long time. Let me know what your thoughts are on this story in the comment section below if you guys are currently watching the video. Personally, like I said, I'm happy, and I think the only thing I could really say about this possible contract renewal is that Suso, the guy was playing at Genoa last season. He showed a lot of great things. He came to Milan to replicate exactly what he has shown at Genoa. He scored goals, he provided assists, he did everything possible to get this team going. And, at the end of the day, he got rewarded with his contract renewal. It's still not official, but if Sky reported, then chances are that it will be official, and everything will be pretty much officialized in just a few weeks. Like I said before, I'm expecting the Chinese to take over the club before this contract renewal actually takes place. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. Were you expecting Suso to be getting this contract extension, or did you think it was never gonna happen? Because personally, I thought it was gonna happen. It was gonna come sooner rather than later. But I think a lot of people were just waiting for they were waiting for the actual Chinese to take over the club before anything would happen. So I'm happy that these talks are coming in. It's going to be official. And of course, the other player that many people are still waiting for is Donnarumma. I think both of these players will be officialized in terms of contract renewal in the month of March or even April. But it's nice to see that there are reports saying that Milan is willing to keep these jewels, these players that are contributing so nicely to the team, and want to be part of the team for a very, very long time. Not getting many comments at the moment. I guess not many people are tuned in. But if you are tuned in to the show, make sure to leave your comments. Let me know exactly what you guys think. What you guys think about this move. Is Milan doing the right thing to go for this contract extension with Suso? Should he be staying at the club? Would you want to get even a better player than Suso? Maybe you guys are thinking, you know, Suso, he's getting this contract extension, but does that mean that he will be getting that right wing position for these next 4 years? Would you prefer someone else rather than Suso? Maybe a guy like Bernardeschi, for example, that could replace Suso. Let me know exactly what you guys think if you're tuned into this live stream at the moment. Liban Yusuf says, what's up, Gio? Arjun says, hi, Gio. Christian as well, I love you. You are amazing. Who do you think we need to buy in the summer? Spoke about this quite a few times, actually. Definitely need to fix that midfield problem. We need to buy some players that could fix that midfield problem. The rumored names were, of course, guys like Bade. Also, there's been interest in guys like Cassie from Atalanta, which would be an amazing addition. I think guys like him is exactly what Milan need, but we're going to need to see exactly what, you know, the new owners want to do with this club and what they actually want to invest in. What I do know is that the Chinese are thinking of spending 150 million euros now in the summer. There were previous reports of them possibly spending 120 to 130, but it actually seems that they want to spend 150 million in total. And also it's reported that the Chinese want to spend at least 30 million euros on maybe 4 to 5 players and not 10 to 15 million on 7 players. And I think this is the best strategy to go. Let's not forget that Milan, even though we are not up there in the standings, we do have a pretty good core. We have pretty good players that have a future at this club. So to bring in 6 or 7 new players for the summer, I don't think it's very much needed. If these reports of the Chinese wanting to bring in only 4 to 5 players that are worth 30 to 35 million each, then I'm definitely satisfied. You know, definitely means that we are getting players of quality, players that will be providing the results for this team and will ensure us European action in the following year. So yeah, I'm definitely very, very happy. But if there's one area that I would like us to invest in, it's definitely the midfield. The defense needs some revamp as well, but I think the midfield is the primary concern in my idea. Do I think Deulofeu will stay at Milan? I just read reports saying that Milan might actually negotiate with Everton after the loan expires, and his agent even mentioned this. He said that Deulofeu could push to stay at Milan. So yeah, you know, I don't see the reason why not. So I will definitely be very, very happy to see Deulofeu stay. I don't know if he's going to be a certainty for the future, but for what he's shown so far this season, I think he's definitely a very good option to keep at the club. Pankukeishi says, great videos, by the way. Thank you for that. Al80, sorry about that. Sorry if I didn't greet you. I was quickly reading all the comments. Christian says, do you think we should buy Belotti when he is free? I'm not quite sure when Belotti is going to be free, to be honest. And I really don't think that he will be free anytime soon. He just signed a contract extension there with Torino. So I definitely don't think that Belotti is going to be free anytime soon. And I think Belotti, if he's going to come or move to another club, the big money is going to have to be spent. So yeah, I don't definitely think that he will be coming for free. Some other people actually suggesting whether I would prefer Benzema or Belotti. I would prefer Belotti, to be honest. Yes, Benzema is a proven striker. He's doing very good things for Real Madrid. But personally, you know, the guy is reaching his 30s. I don't really see him as a long-term option at the club. I would prefer a guy like Belotti, which is much younger, and he's definitely capable of staying in the Serie A for a very, very long time, and he could be our striker for God knows how many years, rather than just buying a guy like Benzema, in my opinion. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'm gonna stay here for a few more minutes. Seems like a lot of people are not really alive today. Usually we have a lot more people coming into these live streams. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any more questions. I will be answering them. Also, just to have a few more words on Suso, I've also forgot to mention that Suso's salary will be including bonuses, and the Chinese still have to approve about the renewal. Now, I'm not having any doubts. I'm pretty sure that the Chinese will be approving about the renewal. They will give him whatever it takes. So I guess we're gonna have to wait until the Chinese actually do take over for this renewal to be deemed official. Al80 says, who would you like to replace Kuchka? We need someone else like him or Gattuso, don't you agree? I don't think Kuchka should be replaced. I think he should stay. But we definitely do need someone else like him. I think that we definitely need a guy like Kuchka, or at least someone else in this team, to win those balls and give that fighting grit that he proves to show every single game. But yeah, personally speaking, I think Kuchka is a player that does very, very well. And to have another guy like him, some people could suggest Poli, but I don't really see Poli on Kuchka's level. I think Kuchka needs another teammate that could do the job just as well. What place do you think we will finish on the table this year? At the beginning of the season, a lot of people asked me what place, and I always said 5th place. I think it's a pretty realistic place for Milan, all depending on how they continue and if they don't drop results against terrible teams. But my prediction still stands. I think 5th or 6th place is exactly where Milan will be ending this season. When Bacca will be kicked out of this club, that's all I want to know. I was actually thinking of making a video concerning that yesterday, but I don't think Milan, or at least the Chinese, will want to continue with Bacca in the following seasons. Really, it all depends how Bacca performs from now on until the end of the season. He hasn't been showing very good things, but he still has a few months to redeem himself. But like I said before, if the Chinese do want to spend about 30-35 million on 4 to 5 players, I could definitely expect them to buy maybe a striker to replace Bacca. And let's not forget, we could still get a pretty good amount of money for Bacca if we do manage to sell him. So that can be more money allocated to our transfer budget. Dorian says, thoughts on Jose Mauri. A lot of you guys are actually asking about Jose Mauri. Jose Mauri, whenever he was playing at Milan, he didn't get much playing time, of course, and that's why he went to Empoli. A lot of people were also asking me throughout the weeks if I would want him back at the club. I think he's definitely a very good prospect, but, he's been seeing not bad appearances for Empoli. I mean, he did make 9 appearances so far from then this season. He hasn't scored any goals. He hasn't provided any assists. But more times than not, the amount of minutes that he played in these appearances were very, very little. So, personally, I think that Jose Mauri still needs to find space at clubs that are willing to give him that space. I don't think he has much space at Milan, to be honest, at the moment. But yeah, maybe in the future, I would definitely want him back at the club. Let's not forget that Jose Mauri is he's currently on loan. Yes, he is. He's currently on loan at Empoli, and he will be ending that loan in June. But chances are that Milan will be loaning him out again. That's at least my take on him at the moment. Jim 10 says, Gio, why you wear the same t-shirt every time you don't do a watch along? I don't. That's pretty funny, but I think you're trolling there, but you should go check other videos if you don't know that. Who should be the striker we bring in to replace Bacca? That's a very good question, Jeffrey. I'm actually thinking about that. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think there's a lot of names up there, but if I would have to choose one, it would probably be someone in the Serie A. A guy like Belotti would be amazing, but Milan could even look at other leagues to get their strikers. Who will it be? Simply, I'm not sure. My dream is to bring, I was actually thinking about this the other day. My dream is to bring someone back like Ibrahimovic at the club. Obviously, I'm not speaking about Ibrahimovic because the guy is 35 years old, but he won't be returning. But at the same time, we need another guy. We need another guy that could do the job as well. But definitely with the same tendencies, the same characteristics as Ibrahimovic. That's my ideal striker. That would be amazing to have. The same white t-shirt. This is not even white, buddy, so I think you're a bit colorblind. But anyways, a lot of you guys are watching City against Monaco. I'm not really paying attention to the Champions League today, to be honest. But it seems like there's some pretty interesting games with lots of goals there. So that's pretty interesting to see. Can't wait until we're back in there. But I think that's going to be in a while. That's for sure. Thoughts on Aubameyang? He's good. He's very, very good. He also expressed his will to return to Milan. He's definitely thinking about returning to Milan. But once again, it will definitely have to be a lot of money to buy Aubameyang. And I don't think that Milan will want to splash all kinds of money on him. For example, like I said, the Chinese are thinking about spending 30 to 35 million. Aubameyang will definitely go for a lot more than that. I have never seen a game live at the San Siro. I have never. I wish I could. I wish I will one day. Maybe later in life when I'm more financially stable. That will be definitely a possibility, and I definitely want that. So yeah, maybe one day that will happen. Is it true that Pastore was on dinner with Mirabelli and Fassone in Milano today? To be honest, I haven't heard anything about that. I know that Mirabelli and Fassone have been doing a lot of work recently. They've been going from game to game to check out different players. So definitely they're looking out for a lot of these players. Some of these players, like I mentioned before, are guys like Cassie, Bernardeschi, Bade, and so forth. Christian saying, thoughts on Donnarumma? I think he's going to get the contract renewal that he's hoping for, but that's probably going to happen once again, once the Chinese take over, maybe in the month of March or April. I'm expecting him to be asking at least 4 to 5 million euros on wages. So yeah, I definitely have no surprises if those are what him and his agent are asking, because he definitely deserves that. He definitely needs a pretty high salary, which I'm thinking that the Chinese will have no trouble in paying, to be honest with you. Thoughts on Coutone? The guy's not been getting playing time in the senior squad, but I think this integration into the team is doing him a lot of good. Definitely whenever he's going to be getting a chance, he's going to have to prove his worth. But yeah, I'm definitely happy about him. Very exciting prospect. Lots of goals for the Primavera, and I'm hoping that he could do the same once he gets stable playing time in the senior squad. Thoughts on Pasalic? A lot of you guys have actually been asking me about Pasalic, and I've said it several times. I think we need to wait until the end of the season to really make a take, to really get a take on whether we should keep Pasalic or not. Personally, I think that he's shown very good things, but a lot depends on who Milan is willing to actually bring in terms of midfielders in the summer. Because if very good midfielders come in, where will Pasalic play? Will he get an influential role like he's doing at the moment? Simply, I don't think so. And at the same time, you have to also consider that he's still young, and to get bench time more than playing time might not be the best option for him. So that's what I'm thinking there. Seyun Birinci says, if Baka gets sold this summer, I will donate $10. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, but no, in all honesty, that's fine by me. That's definitely fine by me. Which also reminds me that if you guys would like to donate to the channel to support the content, as you could tell by the scroll bar, you guys could do so by clicking on the money symbol, which will bring up the super chat, and you guys could donate any amount of money there. If you do donate, remember that your name will be appearing throughout the watch alongs, so make sure that you get those donations coming in. It also supports me and the channel. If you guys are willing to give a little something, then I definitely will appreciate it. Vanjoni did a great match. Your thoughts, Gio? I think he definitely did. Vanjoni is a player that I'm very, very happy to see playing. I think that, with more playing time, this guy could become a very good option for Milan. The only real thing is that he tends to have more attacking abilities than defending. Many times he's out of the position and his defense is not very, very good. But going forward, I like what he contributes more than Deschio, that's for sure. But defensively, he needs to do a better job than that. Pixflix says you want to see more of Bertolacci. He's impressed me every time he's played this year. Bertolacci, definitely a lot of stick was given to him, but I think Bertolacci could... He's definitely sharing the time with Pasalic at the moment, so I don't know if he's going to be getting, much more playing time than him. They're currently sharing it, and the more Pasalic plays better, I think the less we'll see of Bertolacci. But yeah, he's done decent things, definitely better than last year. He's slowly improving, but still not living up to his price tag. At least that's my opinion on it. Jim 10 says, how do you feel by having fans from Greece, Italy, Canada, UK, and more? I've actually looked at the analytics, and there's people that follow this channel in more than 200 countries, apparently, which is absolutely incredible. I think I'm forever grateful, really, to have people from all over the world watch what I do. It's actually incredible. So I'm very, very happy for that, and we're always looking to expand. We are almost at 12,000 subscribers. That to me is just crazy. It's just immense. So yeah, definitely I'm very, very happy with that. Thoughts on Sosa's performance against Fiorentina? Beautiful assist on Kushka's goal. Did a very good job there. And yeah, definitely want to see more of him. A lot of people are saying Locatelli should be starting nonetheless. I think otherwise. I think if the player is putting in the work, he's doing a phenomenal job to help the team like AC Sosa has done in the last 2 games with 2 assists, one against Lazio, one against Fiorentina, then the guy definitely deserves to continue playing. And I think if he does get continuous playing time, he could be the player that will be starting in that regista role there. Do I agree that we don't have a leader and a captain in the team, says Khalid. We do have leadership. There are players out there that show some sort of leadership, but not as much as other teams. For example, Juventus, Buffon. There's no one in Milan that has his image in terms of captain. Whether it's Montolivo, whether it's Abate, or anyone else, there really isn't that captain at Milan that has the presence of Buffon, for example, the role model of Buffon in Juventus. So yeah, we definitely need a guy like that. Hoping that in the future will be Donnarumma, because I see him already having those strong leadership skills in the back. So I'm very, very happy about that, and hopefully, he will definitely become our captain in the future. La 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 says, we thank you, the only Milan channel that is speaking English. Thank you for that. Who is the best outfield player for you in the squad? I would have to say I definitely love Bonaventura. Currently he's injured, but he did so much work for Milan, and every time I see him on the ball, I just love him more and more. But when Bonaventura is not playing, I'm definitely liking Deulofeu a lot. Definitely really like him a lot, what he's showing, what he's proving to the club. I just like his attitude. I like his very strong attitude, never stops to fight. I really like that from Deulofeu, and I'm hoping that he continues with these types of performances. Seyun says, if we analyze how Milan scores, we score many goals thanks to Suso, and Suso only. He plays as a playmaker on the right wing, crosses the ball for assists or scores himself. Fantastic player. Well, that's definitely the other player that I was going to mention if it wasn't Deulofeu. Suso has scored goals, he provided assists so many times this season, and his work really can't go unnoticed. What he's done at the club is just phenomenal, and once again, this gets back to the purpose of this video, which is, of course, him potentially getting his contract renewal very, very, very soon. So definitely happy about that. How long will Bonaventura be injured for? Bonaventura is out for the season, so he won't be returning this year. But I'm guessing we will be expecting him for the start of next season. YY says Deulofeu has also been creating chances as well. Exactly what I mentioned before. Pixflick says Montolivo is the best. I can't say that with a straight face. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what you're saying there. I guess you're definitely joking. Should we get rid of Montolivo next summer? I say yes. I agree with that as well. I definitely hope that the Chinese, get rid of him, especially if we get better players in that midfield. I don't see the purpose of having a guy like him in the club. I think Fassone and Mira Bailey definitely need to get their priorities together and potentially get him out of the club to replace him with better players. Do you think Baka will regain his form again this season? I think he might not be regaining his form. He's definitely going to score more goals. I think that's a given. Personally, I thought that after the Cagliari game, when he scored that game winner with just a few moments away from the full-time whistle, that is, his morale was going to get up again. He was going to perform to his best again. But he's had really a roller coaster type of season this year. And even though he won't be returning to his potential form, to his best form, I think that, he's still going to be contributing to the team. He won't be, of course, playing the best, but I think he's still going to be scoring some goals from time to time. It's really going to be a roller coaster type of season from now on until the end of the year, in my opinion, for Baka. That's going to wrap it up, guys, for today. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for your suggestions. I'm going to be back tomorrow for another video. It's going to be a different type of video tomorrow. I'm going to try to have it sorted. It's going to be with the Milan Club Montreal president. He wants to be speaking about Milan and how they deal with media across the world. So it's going to be a different type of video. So once again, thank you guys for joining me for this video. If you haven't yet, please leave a like on the video and also subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything going on at the club on a daily basis. We are nearing 12,000 subscribers, so if you haven't yet, please make sure to hit on that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan.